Now, after PCT, 70 to 80% is observed. Now enter into the loop of Henle. The remaining primary urine enter into the loop of Henle. Now this part is called as a descending loop of Henle, and this part is called as a ascending loop of Henle. Very important here, descending loop of Henle is impermeable to the electrolytes. It means in this region electrolyte reabsorption is not takes place, but it is permeable to the water. Water reabsorption is takes place here. That's why when water reabsorption is takes place here the more electrolytes is present. When the more electrolyte is present, here the solution is called as a hypertonic nature. Very important. Hypertonic to water, hypertonic to blood plasma. Then the remaining is enter into the ascending loop of Henle. Now this is the ascending loop of Henle. Ascending loop of Henle is impermeable to the water and permeable to the electrolytes. Very important. In nephron, which part is impermeable to the water? Ascending loop of Henle is the only the part impermeable to the water, and also it is permeable to the electrolytes. Which electrolytes? That is NaCl and urea. Now in this region solutes concentration is less. When solute concentration is less, now it will be indicates the hypertonic. That's why it is the hypotonic to blood plasma. You have to observe, descending loop of Henle is the hypertonic to blood plasma. Ascending loop of Henle is the hypotonic to the blood plasma. The remaining is enter into the distal convoluted tubule. Here the PCT and DCT both lined by simple cuboidal epithelial cells, but in DCT it having a lack of microvilli. That will be brush border epithelial cells are absent, but here reabsorption is takes place by the presence of hormone, that is the aldosterone and also vasopressin and antidiuretical hormone. By the presence of aldosterone and vasopressin, mainly useful for reabsorption of water and reabsorption of NaCl. Now here the absorption is called as a conditional reabsorption. Very important. That's why in DCT region, which type of reabsorption is takes place? Conditional reabsorption is takes place by the presence of hormone, aldosterone and vasopressin. Here also it can maintaining pH and sodium potassium balance. That's why PCT and DCT both they can maintain the pH and ionic balance. And very important one, what I said, in descending loop of Henle hypertonic to the blood plasma, ascending loop of Henle is the hypotonic to blood plasma, but PCT and DCT is isotonic to blood plasma. Very important. PCT and DCT is isotonic to the blood plasma. The remaining finally enter into the collecting duct. Okay, na? These are all our initial collecting duct. They can form a straight tube, that is called as a collecting duct. Here the collecting duct, they having a vasopressin are also called as a antidiuretical hormone. Remaining water content is there, that everything will be reabsorbed into the body. Finally, what type of urine is formed? Concentrated urine is formed. That concentration urine is the hypertonic to the blood plasma. Now up to here the urine formation is takes place. Now very important concept, that is called as a counter current mechanism. Counter, you have to indicate opposite flow. The second point, where this counter current mechanism is takes place, that is between loop of Henle and with vasa recta. What is the main use of the counter current mechanism? That is main use is a formation of concentrated urine. Now this is the loop of Henle, this is descending loop of Henle, this is the ascending loop of Henle. This loop of Henle parallelly surrounded by a peritubular capillary, this is called as a vasa recta. This is upper region to the lower region. This is called as a descending vasa recta, and this one is the ascending vasa recta. I already said ascending loop of Henle permeable to the electrolytes. What electrolytes? That is the NaCl and urea. Now here you have to observe, in ascending loop of Henle flow is like this, but descending of vasa recta flow is like this. This is the opposite manner. Now very observe carefully, the statement is, from ascending loop of Henle, NaCl and urea enter into the medullary interstitial fluid. This is a medullary interstitial fluid. This NaCl and urea from ascending loop of Henle to enter into the descending of vasa recta. From descending of vasa recta, it is enter into the ascending of vasa recta. Now here NaCl is reabsorbed into the interstitial fluid. Okay now. Now remaining what is there? Urea. Now that urea is enter into the collecting duct. From the collecting duct, this urea is enter into the interstitial fluid of ascending loop of Henle. Now this mechanism is called as a counter current mechanism. Next.